instructions say apply more anti-seize. So I'm going to use some Park Tool stuff. It's the ASC-1 anti-seize compound. I was using this for building up titanium frames as well. I'm going to give it a better shake. Liquid kind of separates. So this comes out silver. Doesn't hurt to put a little bit more. If they say put the anti-seize, so what this is going to do, it's going to keep this from seizing up or locking up or getting rusted. And you know, because over time it's going to sweat, water's going to get inside, debris is going to make its way in there, and things could get jammed in there. So the day you want to replace this or remove it, it's going to come out real easy. So I'm going to do both sides. And then they also recommend a little bit of grease on the area that's actually going to get pressed in to the frame or make tight contact with the frame. So it's going to be right about here, and then this one's going to be right about here, right at the very ends. You don't have to do the middle at all. So what this is going to do, the grease is mainly to help ease installation when we go to slide in, and it's just a thin coat. All right, so first thing they have us do for this specialized, I believe they're also calling it an OSSB or OOSB. So you got your left side here, and then you got your plastic sleeve, and this is determined which side is which. This side has a longer base of smoothness. This is a shorter base, so the longer base is going to go towards on the left side, and then this is going to press in. So this sleeve is going to go inside. Threads are inside here, so the other side of the bottom bracket is going to meet it, and it's going to screw in the middle. And there's also a rubber O-ring right here. This is actually for compression. You don't want to squeeze this too hard. This is going to take up any differences in the surface of the frame. So we're not going to go too tight. We're actually not going to turn this side, but you want to get that started. You're going to press it in as much as you can with your hands until I can't press no more. Then we're going to get the our headset press, which is also going to work for bottom bracket as well. Now would be the time to rotate this if you wanted the lettering, but there's nothing real significant about the lettering here. But if you want it pointing forward, you got to rotate it. So we're going to use the Park Tool. This is an old one, HHP-1. They haven't changed much. I think the new one's the HHP-2. So we're going to use this guy. Going to take off the adapters, and we're just going to use the flat base here. So we're going to install the handle portion over on the left side. Come on through, and then we're going to come make contact with the frame. All right, now we're ready for the drive side here. Drive side is our right side if we're sitting on the bike. Crank arm's gonna be here with the chainring, and we're gonna be turning this clockwise, which is nice too. That's just regular from what we know. Nothing backwards that's gonna mess us up. So this is gonna thread directly into the other side of that of this bottom bracket. So it's going to meet each other, it's going to suck itself in, and never a chance of migrating outward. So that's part of the beauty of this design here. So push that in. You want to get it nice and flush, real gentle pressure, and then we're going to start tightening very gently by finger, and hopefully we should be catching. If you're not catching, you might have to apply just gentle pressure pushing forward as you're turning, but as it goes, if we're looking at this angle here, we can see it start to suck itself in because it is caught the other threads, and now it's working its way in. Okay, it's about as much as I can turn by finger. So we're going to get our tool here, we're going to put it on, and there's no torque setting because these two pieces, it's a pretty stiff aluminum, so when they come together, it's actually just going to butt up against each other, boom, and there's going to be, that's it. It's just like hitting a wall, you can't move anymore, and that's what we're going to do. So the tool we're going to use a Park tool. It's a BB19, so it's probably, let's see, I think it'll work. There's some notches on here. Yeah, this will work. Got a good bite on it. Hold that tight. Get my ratchet. Again, we're going clockwise. So we're going to need two tools. We're going to tighten this right side, and then we're going to hold the left side, the non-drive side. So let's grab another tool. So this is our left side, non-drive side if we're sitting, pointing forward towards the bike. So we're going to get a tool here. We're going to hold that in place. So I'm actually going to use another tool. This is going to be a Park Tool BB19. This is that 2-in-1 tool right here. So we're going to hold the other side of that cup there. So this is going to stay stationary. We're not moving this side. And we're going to tighten clockwise just until it basically bottoms out. It's going to stop. It's about right there. All right, so according to the directions, which makes a lot of sense, we're going to continue to tighten this right side, the drive side, until it stops. So there's a machine stop inside, so it's gonna tell me when to stop, and it's got to bottom out. Now, if you feel this side turning, use more force to hold it nice and tight. So by tightening this, what we're doing is we're expanding the collet inside, and when we're expanding, the whole bottom bracket is locking itself inside. So that's the whole concept. Now, I could see a torque setting would be nice here, but it could vary. So it may vary per bike, so it would be hard maybe to really put a number on it for some bike applications. I feel like I can tighten tighter. It's pretty tight right now. I'm actually a little concerned about going too tight since we're working with the carbon frame. That's pretty tight right there. I think it might have stopped. Yeah, okay. So it took some force. It took a little, I didn't really sweat, but yeah, I really can't tighten any more past that, but it definitely took some pressure. It took some force. It took some muscle, and it definitely stopped. So that's the machine stop. It's not going to go anymore. So that's ensuring that that collet expanded inside, and now this bottom bracket is locked in permanently until we take it out again. So I love it.